What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Today we'll be talking about a quick review and comparison between these gangster wraps right here and also these SBD wrist wraps right here. I've had these for a very long time now and I've pretty much only used one out of the two. We'll be talking about in this video just some things that are similar between them and some things I feel like are negative about one over the other and some benefits about one over the other as well. So hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. So first things first, these are the SBD wrist wraps right here, and I've had these for about over like 2 years now, and in fact I like them so much that I actually bought two, which I've lost sadly. The other ones were black and white. I love them so much. So these ones actually come in two different sizes. I have the shorter size here and you can opt to get the longer size as well. They also come in two different firmnesses. One is the soft and one is the super firm. I don't think many people will be needing the firm ones because those are rock solid. I felt my friends and there is just no give on those. To be honest, these are already stiffened up, especially when you wrap them up tightly around your wrists. These wrist wraps come with a thumb loop on the side right here, as you can see. And that's gonna help you be able to put on your wrist a little bit easier. As you can see how it lines up with my wrist perfectly. All I have to do is wrap it around like so, and that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. And then right before you bench or squat, you take that thumb loop off and it sits nicely around your wrist, as you can see. So like I was saying, I've had these for over a year now and they've totally done a good job. They're super durable, the Velcro doesn't give out. Still very easy for me to put the Velcros on it, of course, which is something that you want to hear, of course. I like to think that these things are lifetime equipment because there's very few things that could go wrong with these besides just losing it like I did. Now the other question that you might want to ask yourself is, do you seem like you're someone that needs to have these? To be honest, when you're using the SBD ones, the only reason I bought these was because they were IPF approved and I was looking for some new wrist wraps. The ones I've had before, where I'll link them down below, I think are called Riptone, and honestly, they did a really good job and they're probably just marginally worse than these ones. I mean, obviously if I had to choose, I would pick the SBD ones, but they're also a great option and I'll link it down below. Now, something that I really want to talk about right now is that these ones are much stiffer than the gangster wraps right here. And for some people that maybe have bad wrists for benching or squats, you would probably want to go towards the SBD ones. And the reason for that is because I feel like the gangster wraps are much softer. So why don't we use this as a quick segue to get into it. These are the gangster wraps right here, and as you can quickly tell, they are actually shorter in length compared to the SBD ones. You can also get a larger size in this one, and I don't think it comes in a different type of firmness. Just for comparison, as you can see, one is longer than the other. And you can tell these ones are more bendy than the other ones, a lot more reflex in them compared to these SBD ones. If you notice as well, you don't have a thumb loop. You actually have just a flat loop running across the wrist right here. This was a big reason why I switched from the gangster wraps over to the SBDs, because upon wrapping them, I always felt like I had a really difficult time getting them around my wrists properly. And because I didn't line it up perfectly against my wrists, I always felt like I didn't get the same security. So this is kind of what it would look like before unlooping it. And then the difficult part too was if I would have put it on around really tight and then take the loops off, I always found that was a little bit difficult as well, depending on how you put it on. It's just much easier with a thumb loop. I also didn't like how over here on the under my palm, or it could be on the wrist, depending on which way you wrap it, it was sticking out. I liked it when it was nicely tucked in, just like the SBD's ones were. However, something that you can do to remedy this is if you put on your wrist as usual, as so, and if you feed this loop, actually, you feed this Velcro through the loop, you can actually get it nicely around your wrists without worrying about the thumb loop. I think I'm gonna have to make a separate video for this quickly. But I felt like this really helped a lot more. It fits securely around my wrist a lot better, and I didn't have to worry about this part right here where I had a little bit of material sticking out. So that I found was a quick way to remedy this. Now, as a user, let's talk about something that I didn't like about the Gangsta Wrists compared to something I did like the SBDs. So early in my powerlifting career, I didn't have a really good wrist for benching and squatting. I always felt like I was struggling with them and it would actually hurt a lot. So I bought the Gangsta Wrists because these were IPF approved and I was going to my first meet. And as I was using them, I noticed that during my long sessions where I had to do 8 reps, 6 reps, 10 reps, whatever, I would feel like the bench, the weight of the bench or the bar was weighing more and more on my wrist, and it was taking my wrist out of the positions of the wrist wraps where it's supposed to hold it in. However, as soon as I switched to the SBD ones, which are not the hardest firmness, I felt like they secured my wrist a lot better and it reduced the range of motion when I was doing my bench. So the bar wouldn't be pressing against my wrist, so it was taking it out of the secure position that I wanted it to. From that standpoint, that is pretty much the exact same reason why I went from the Gangsta Wraps into the SBD Wraps. I did find that the Riptone ones were just as good, by the way, and they cost much less. So if that's interesting to you, again, check the link down below. I don't remember how much these cost currently, but I will link the Gangsta Wraps here and I'll link the SBD Wraps over here. So that way you can kind of quickly tell how much they are worth. Now, if I had to choose one, because these are both IPF, which is pretty much why people are buying the Gangsta ones or SBD ones, I'd still stick with the SBD ones. I find that they're a better quality and they're gonna last longer. The Gangsta Wraps material are just a little too soft, and I find that they're more of like a cotton material. That's the best way I can explain it. And whereas these ones are made of a much stiffer material. I wish I could really show you guys what the material looks like, but those are some reasons why I would pick the SBD ones over the Gangsta Wraps, no matter the payment, because again, these are type of items where you buy just once, and then if you're really into powerlifting and you're competing, you'll only need one pair of wrist wraps for the rest of your career, no matter how long it is. Hopefully longer than it is shorter. Other than that, guys, I think that covers it. This is going to be a pretty quick review. Hopefully it didn't take too long. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be posting more videos as usual. Definitely leave me DMs or comments and I can make a video on something that you recommend, just like they did here. So yeah, anyways, guys, have a good one. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for all the support and I always appreciate you guys showing me love. Catch you guys next time. Later.